Welcome back to Hidden Truths. Today we dive into a tragic story of obsession, betrayal, and murder in the small town of Tifton, Georgia. This story uncovers hidden secrets, emotional turmoil, and a brutal crime that shocked the entire community. A respected man's life was shattered in a way no one could have foreseen. This is the story of Willie Tanner, Madison Kelly, and a relationship that spiraled out of control, leaving behind a mystery that would haunt Tifton forever. Tifton, Georgia, a small southern town where everyone knows everyone. Life here is slow and familiar. It's a place of family-run businesses and church gatherings, a place where neighbors stop to chat on front porches. In this close-knit community, Willie Tanner was a name everyone respected. At 49, he owned Tanner's Hardware, a cornerstone of the town for over 2 decades. Friendly, dependable, Willie seemed to embody the community spirit of Tifton. But behind the friendly smiles and helpful advice, Willie Tanner had a dark secret. While he seemed like the model husband and citizen, Willie had become involved with Madison Kelly, an 18-year-old high school senior known for her intelligence and striking looks. Their relationship began innocently enough, with Madison frequently visiting Tanner's Hardware. But soon, friendly conversations turned into something much more dangerous. Willie was trapped between guilt and desire, torn by his feelings for Madison and his commitment to his family. The secrecy, the thrill, it kept pulling him back, even as the holiday season approached. But Madison's feelings ran deep. For her, this wasn't just an affair. It was an all-consuming obsession, a love she believed could change her life. To her, Willie was more than a lover. He was an escape, a way out of a controlled, stifled life. On the morning of December 22nd, just days before Christmas, Tifton was quiet, the calm before the holiday celebrations. Willie's wife, Lynn, had been at church that morning, helping prepare for the Christmas Eve service. When she returned home, she noticed Willie's truck was parked in the driveway, a bit unusual, as he'd mentioned running errands. But as she walked inside, everything seemed in place, the fresh scent of their Christmas tree, the neatly wrapped gifts under it. But as Lynn moved into the living room, she was greeted by a sight that would forever haunt her. Willie's body lay on the floor near the tree, surrounded by shattered ornaments, tinsel, and a pool of blood. Nearby, a hammer was splattered with blood. Lynn's scream pierced the quiet of their home as her entire world came crashing down. The call went out to the Tifton Police Department, and within minutes, flashing lights filled the street. Leading the investigation was Detective Nora Collins, a seasoned investigator known for her methodical approach and sharp intuition. The crime scene was a disturbing juxtaposition of holiday cheer and violence, the Christmas tree lights blinking over the gruesome scene. Detective Collins could tell from a glance that this was personal, fueled by anger and possibly jealousy. Detective Collins's first lead was Madison Kelly. The 18-year-old, who was now the center of town gossip, lived with her mother, Tammy, in a small home on the outskirts of town. When Collins arrived at their home, Madison appeared visibly shaken by the news of Willie's death. But there was something more. Her room was filled with signs of obsession. A framed photo of Willie, a journal filled with entries about him. When questioned, Madison initially admitted to the affair and spoke about her intense feelings for Willie, even describing her fantasies of a future together. But her story quickly took a strange turn. Madison began mentioning a mysterious figure named Bob, someone she claimed pressured her to keep the relationship going, threatening her if she tried to end it. Next, Detective Collins turned her attention to Lynn Tanner. As Willie's wife of 25 years, she'd noticed a growing distance in their marriage. She confessed she'd long suspected Willie was having an affair, though she hadn't confronted him about it. Lynn's grief appeared genuine, yet Detective Collins couldn't ignore that she had both motive and opportunity. Could her suspicions and hurt have driven her to a violent outburst? Detective Collins then questioned Tammy Kelly, Madison's mother. Known for being strict and deeply invested in her daughter's life, Tammy was aware of Madison's choices, even those she disapproved of. Collins sensed a simmering resentment, both for Madison's rebelliousness and for Willie's role in Madison's transformation. Could Tammy's need for control and reputation have fueled a confrontation that went too far? On Christmas Eve, as investigators continued their search, they found a torn note tucked under a rug near the fireplace. It read, "Dirty boy, meet me at, followed by a time, and the initials MK. Detective Collins's heart raced. MK, Madison Kelly. This was the first concrete link, placing Madison at the scene on the night of the murder. Confronted with the note, Madison's story unraveled. She claimed that Bob was a voice in her head, someone who commanded her actions, hinting at a mental illness. But Detective Collins wasn't convinced. The evidence was overwhelming. Madison's diary entries, her obsession with Willie, and now the note found at the crime scene. In February 2020, Madison Kelly went to trial. The prosecution argued her crime was premeditated, driven by jealousy and obsession. The defense, however, painted Madison as mentally unstable, pressured by an older man. After days of deliberation, the jury reached a verdict guilty of second-degree murder. Madison was sentenced to 25 years, with a possibility of parole after 15. If you found this story as compelling as we did, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's uncover more hidden truths.